The governor vetoed $143 million in this year's $70 million budget of projects that he said did not benefit the state as a whole or weren't worth the money. They included a Bay of Pigs museum in Miami, the Florida Aquarium in Tampa, and other projects that were favored by local legislators. Was this appropriate? Shouldn't a legislator be able to spend state money on favored projects in their district?
Well, funny enough, I actually went through this list the other day because I was answering some questions for some constituents. And I was actually stunned by some of these projects that were proposed that our state tax dollars will go to.
Battery there.
Yeah, battery.
Okay. Is that better?
No.
Where's the other mic?
We don't have it.
Where's the mic man?
Go up to the podium. Go to the podium.
Can you hear me now?
No, that's not good.
All right, which tells us that we're running too long, but we'll finish up this question.
I'll be brief. We're all suffering right now. Do you think that we need a Bay of Pigs museum? Do you think that we need some of these silly projects? I was in Washington, D.C. recently, and they're building new museums on every block, where I think that they could take the Department of Education, completely empty it, sell it. It's great real estate. Some of these projects are ridiculous. And I can't believe that anybody in their right mind, with how we're suffering day to day in our communities, would think to ask this legislature for that kind of money. So we've got to continue to cut these projects out. We can't even be entertaining these conversations back at home. Right?
Never mind.
Let me see. Is this working okay? I think we fixed this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, folks. Technical.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, the government shouldn't be taking my and your tax money. The government shouldn't be taking your and my tax dollars and giving it to anybody for any reason. They can send that money back to you and decrease the amount of taxes on property instead of our automobile license tags cost tripling in 1 year. Mine went from $27 to $140 for a license tag. All right. How about decreasing the gas tax in the state of Florida? No more programs with the government financing private industry. Private industry can figure out how to stand on its own, and there's many people in this room who built their lives and supported their families by owning businesses, not by the government doing anything for you in any way, shape, or form. The government needs to stay out of our pockets.
The government does need to stay out of our pockets. We can cut fraud, waste, and abuse. We can keep taxes low for individuals, and we can send that money back to the taxpayers, as Mike said. There is a phrase that our Democrat opponent in the District 25 race commonly uses, and that's bringing home the bacon. I don't know that this is the time for us to be trying to bring home the bacon. This is a time for us to be trying to balance budgets and to actually be succeeding in balancing budgets. And it's a time for us to be lowering taxes and sending that money back to the people.